Hello, I'm Richard Ridge. For BroadwayWorld, international screen and stage star Daniel Radcliffe has returned to the Great White Way in the Broadway premiere of Martin McDonagh's acclaimed play, The Cripple of Inishmaan, directed by Michael Grandage. And I'm here on the opening day red carpet where the stars came out to celebrate. I was here Friday night. I loved it. Thank you for bringing this to Broadway.
It's a pleasure.
How do you feel today?
I feel, I'm excited today because, as you know, it's a party atmosphere openings on Broadway. In England, all the press are in on a night like this, so it's far more relaxed than it normally is. I'm excited because we wanted to bring it here. We wanted this play to be seen on Broadway for the first time. It's a play that really requires audience investment. They really need to go on the journey with the characters, and one of the joyful things, as you saw when you saw it, is that American audiences really go there, and so as a result it's very, very satisfying for us.
What do you love about the play?
I love the thing I love about this play most of all is the fact that it's got a huge strain of humanity running right the way through the centre of it. It is a comedy, it is vicious, it is dark, and it's all of those things, but at the centre of it, it's also a reflection of life in a brilliantly observed way that Martin McDonagh has brought right out. And I think one of the successes of the play is that audiences watch it and see a bit of themselves.
See, I think this is his most heartfelt play. I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's what I mean. It's got a great line of humanity in it, and I think audiences love that in there. There's nothing worse than coming along and just being hit on the head and then going out into the night thinking, what was that? This sort of gives you everything, including a hit on the head.
Yeah. Working with Daniel Radcliffe.
Well, working with Daniel is extraordinary because he's an extraordinary actor, and he pushes himself and pushes himself and pushes himself, and he's always happiest when he's out of his comfort zone. And for a director, that's an amazing thing, because you just want to work with somebody who comes to the rehearsal every day with something to offer and something to debate, and he does that because he's always challenging himself in a wonderful way. He's also a great company leader, a natural company leader. He does it without any effort whatsoever, just a joy to be around. He sets an example by just being humble.
And I love that you have your own company. How thrilling that is for you, the Michael Grandage company.
Yeah, it's an amazing moment, this, because we set this company up partly to try and get young people into the theatre, so that, as you know, here at the Court, we've got 10,000 tickets at $27, and partly because we want to present work to audiences who, if they're young, will keep coming back to the theatre, and if they're core theatre audiences, will see a quality of work that will make them want to come back to our work. So there's a lot going on for the new company, including training and access and everything else, and it's a joy to finally do something like this.
And what it means to you, after they see this show, everybody from the audience stands on the street to wait for everybody in this show.
I know. Well, of course, we don't get anything like that in England, so we're all amazed by it. And it's lovely. It's a really lovely thing because it invests in the whole ensemble, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Welcome to your Broadway opening. How do you feel today?
Good. It's lovely. It's kind of strange doing one in the daytime. So I'm sober for once. No, it's nice. It's kind of more relaxed than the last 4 or 5, and because we've done it in London and we kind of know that it works. And so for me, it's more about having fun with the actors afterwards and not really worrying about reviews and all that kind of stuff. I
was here Friday night. Beautiful, beautiful night of theater. I'm a huge Daniel fan. I'm a huge fan of Michael's. What has it been like for you working on this production?
It's been a lot of fun, really. But I feel for the first time like I'm the real old guy in the room. You know, I used to, when the first plays were here, I was 27 or 28, and I was in it together with the actors, and now I'm like, they kind of listen too much to my advice. So it's not very. I just feel really old.
Yeah. Talk about working with Daniel Radcliffe, what the whole experience has been like.
Yeah, a joy. I love that he commits to new things all the time. He's always searching out roles that are not what he's done before, and this is very much that. You know, it's a black comedy and an Irish accent about a guy who's severely disabled, so he couldn't push himself anymore, really. So that's been a joy, and he's just a lovely guy, a joy to be around. And that's kind of what you want when you're going to work.
Yeah. And working with Michael Grandage.
He's great. We met, I think, once or twice before all this, and he's a lovely guy, great director, and he's fun to be around too. So it's great. It's felt really easy. There hasn't been any arguments or fights, and it kind of shows in the show, I think.
What I love about this production is Michael has made tickets available to a very young audience at a very low price.
Yeah.
What that means to you.
Completely. That's what, I come from a working class background, and I could never, I would have to save up months to get a ticket back then, and rarely could. So it's what it should be all about, I think, theatre. I hate that, ticket prices are so high, and so that idea is brilliant. I hope it catches on, everywhere, because it also doesn't lose money. Everyone's, making a profit and spreading the wealth around a bit, which is great.
Joel, tell me why you wanted to be here today.
This one is an easy one. I love this play. I love the director. We worked together in London on Chicago, and I think Daniel Radcliffe's a first-rate actor. He was so great as Allen Ginsberg. Did you see that movie?
Yes. Kill Your Darlings. I just saw that. Yes.
He's amazing, and I think he's a legitimate success, in the theater, not just a fan crazy. Because I didn't see many of those Potter films. Maybe I saw one.
No, but what I like about his career is he could just sit somewhere with all the money he has. He does beautiful work, the film roles he chooses, the stage work. Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Yeah. And talk about working with Michael Grandage, what you admire the most about him as a director.
He is patient, and he always has the right idea, the essential overview of the play. And actors sometimes, they keep trying things, and he keeps you on target.
And I'm a huge fan of Martin McDonagh. I've seen many of his plays. What you love about him as a writer?
Scary, and always interesting, with something of importance to say about the human condition.
It's great to see you as always.
That's good.
Woo! Thank you.
I started researching through Twitter about the play, and I realized that one of my Twitter pals, Craig Saavedra, is one of the producers of the play. So I immediately started imploring him to bring me. I didn't know I'd get a ticket to the opening, but I'm very excited. I'm a fan of Martin McDonagh's writing, and I've not seen this play, and I've read amazing things about it. Excited to see Daniel Radcliffe on stage. Yeah.
It's a gorgeous production. I was here Friday night. I love
really?
this play. I love Daniel. I love Michael Grandage. So are you in town seeing shows?
I am seeing shows in my free time. I'm here working, just shooting an episode of TV, and I saw Will Eno's play, The Realistic Joneses, last night, which was fantastic. And every spare moment that I can see a play, that's what I'm attempting to do. Now I got to try to weasel my way in to see Dule Hill, my old colleague, in After Midnight. Yeah.
Oh, I think you will. What do you love about live theater?
Oh, there's really nothing like it. I'm a moviegoer. I like television, but there's, I think, no replacement for the excitement of actually, that connection that you make with the live performer. I miss doing it, and I love at least going to the theater.
Would you like to come back to Broadway and something?
Oh, I absolutely would. I've been doing a lot of walking back and forth, nostalgically remembering the last time I was on Broadway, the only time, which was 25 years ago, and I don't know how those years have passed. And I'm working with one of the actors with whom I did A Few Good Men in 1989 on this TV show. And so we're doing a lot of nostalgic, we're waxing nostalgic a lot.
Who are you working with?
Right now, a great actor named Stephen Bradbury, who is an old friend, and it's exciting to see him again.
So here we are, it's opening day. How do you feel today?
Well, absolutely fantastic. It's a thrill. I mean, we put the season together for London, and that was a large effort and a collective team spirit, and to get one of those shows to Broadway is just a dream come true, really. It's the icing on the cake, so it's fantastic.
So you work with Michael on the Michael Grandage Company. How thrilling is that to put together this company?
Well, it's fantastic. It's a continuation of our work. I started working with Michael at the Don Mar. We came together in 2005, and just very quickly discovered we shared a similar taste, really, and a way of putting work together, and the things that we believe in we share. So putting the company together was just the most exciting time, really, to sort of throw everything away and go back to square one and just think what were the most important things, and that's the work at the high quality and level that we like to see, but also all the access and making it available to people, cheaper tickets, the education side of things. That's something that's very important to both of us, and it's nice when you don't have a boss to have to ask to do that for. So no, it's been great.
Because the big thing for me was the accessibility of tickets you made available for young people who may be coming to the theater for the first time, and it will change their life.
Yeah, well, I think it's very important. Both Michael and I sort of got into theatre through the largesse of somebody putting a hand down and helping us up, and it's felt very important that we do the same back. And I think it's very important you have to renew these things, and theatre audiences need to become young and fresh, and also you have to then train the young creators who are going to provide the theatre for those new audiences. So it's about being part of that whole circle and cycle of things.
I saw Hedwig last Monday. It is one of the most amazing things I have seen, and I'm such a big fan of the original, but you have taken this somewhere incredible.
Thank you.
How excited are you to be working on this show?
Oh, it's been a dream come true, literally, because I worked on it in the very, very early stages, and I couldn't do the original production, which I saw many times and loved. And so the fact that I get a shot at it again after all these years is fantastic. And I've wanted to work with Neil for so long, and now we've had such a good time together. It's been a great partnership, and he's astonishing, I have to say.
And so is Lena.
Lena's amazing. She blew me away. I only knew her from Kinky Boots, and she was lovely in that, but it's a very, very different kind of character. And so when she came in for her audition, she came in full drag and knocked our socks off. And the first day of rehearsal, when she came in and she was just Lena, I almost didn't recognize her. We've had a great time, and she and Neil have wonderful chemistry together, too.
Audiences are falling in love with the show. I was there on a Monday night. It was sold to the third rafter. It was like a Saturday night rock concert. What is it like for you?
Well, that is, there's nothing better than to be in a packed house full of people who really want to be there and who have high expectations, and those expectations appear to be met. By the end of the evening, they're just cheering, and that kind of energy is indescribable, and it's a thrill, and I'm really humbled by it because, I did the show because I love it, and I really wanted to work with Neil, but I didn't know that all of the heads from downtown would go for it so well, and that it would be so attractive and exciting to so many other people. So that's really cool.
And being here today, Daniel Radcliffe, Martin McDonagh.
I know. I love this play. And I love Dan, and so I'm really excited. I can't wait. And Michael Grandage is such a wonderful director, and such a great guy. So I'm really happy I could be here. I'm glad it's my day off.
You get one. I love this.
Yeah, I lucked out.
It's date day, Easter Sunday.
Okay, so we were able to get a sitter today so that we could come out on Easter Sunday. We celebrated Passover this week. Now we've celebrated Easter, and we are here seeing a Broadway show. Ariel Tupper's a great friend of ours, and she produces
Annie. She produced
extraordinary
Annie.
stuff, and we love Martin McDonagh.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say about Martin McDonagh?
Funny violence, like I just said.
Very good.
Let's see who gets it first.
Funny violence.
We're taking it first.
You take it first, yeah.
It's one of your favorite writers, right?
His characters are so raw and so explosive, and everyone has such a different voice that I would love to play one of his characters. I think that they would be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
we can't wait to see today.
And Daniel Radcliffe's back on Broadway.
I know.
Amazing.
Got a little crush.
You've seen him in shows,
I've
right?
seen him in Equus.
Yep.
I've seen him in How to Succeed.
How to Succeed.
Which was I remember when he did that big number in How to Succeed.
Oh, that was so
I cried.
Just
I cried.
working, like huffing it. I'm like,
Who knew, right?
Who knew?
He could do
Flying
that.
all over the stage.
And a movie star.
And Harry Potter. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
Well, you both look wonderful. Have the best date
Thank
day
Thanks,
here.
Richard.
Thank you so much.
Where's the party? I don't even know.
Madison Ballroom.
Woo! I like it.
Nice.
Have a good time.
All
Go
right.
on in. Good to
See
see
ya.
you too.